Respected sadhakas, shishyas of the Guru Parampara, wonderful mokshus, jignasus, and bhakta, welcome. Once in a while, look back our own earlier life and what are we now. Or once in a while, look into the initial stages of spirituality and what are the intermediate stages of evolution. Or look at the people in the world of fully worldliness and our life. See the difference or the change. Definitely, we are better than the past. Of course, not the best. And we are well placed than many who have not yet started any spirituality. So, too, we are at not very substantially claimable stage, but at least some better stage than earlier. When that observance is done, there is a satisfaction, there is a joy that yes, we have done something. That gives us that self respect, confidence, and the required inspiration. We have to see, like our own case. Good, we have studied Upanishads and Bhagavatam and all. Good, we attempted sometimes again to thoroughly understand the theme Brahman indicated by Shastra. Good that many a times during our daily course we looked from spiritual standpoint and avoided some things even though they were otherwise attractive, etc. And we have taken up some tasks which were tough but they were helpful physical spiritually, therefore we have conducted them, like early morning waking up doing our sadhana. So that was a good journey in this Kali Yuga. Even able to do that is also, yeah, satisfactory. Acha hai. So that shows that we can, if we take initiative, if we believe in ourselves, if we have faith in the goal chosen and the ones who are guiding us, definitely we can really do the things. Gaining this breaking through regarding one's ability to do, one's possibility to do is one of the sweetest things that can happen, should happen in everyone's life in their respective fields. Our field is spirituality. Now, also look at the great Mahatmas who have reached the highest stage, or spiritually look at what are the next higher stages to be reached, or for one's own sake, what should be our final stage to reach. Seeing that again, we should be humbled. We were inspired but not arrogant when we saw our present compared to the past. Now we are looking at the future. Looking at that, we are not either frightened that, oh, such a great level I have to reach to. No, having inspired, seeing that, getting inspired, then with that humbleness and more cautiously, consciously, saving all our resources, directing all of them towards those achievements only. You have to keep on working. Like any the mountaineering people, we look at the top of mountain where they are only at the foothill. It is very inspiring at one side, other also who can climb it. But somehow start 100 feet, 200, whatever. When you look back, yes, some distance covered. Yet look ahead, a lot to cover. In both the cases, congratulate that we are not stagnant with any of the negative emotions. Never started. No, they were no, we are not like that. Many stopped there only. Like in all tamashas which we see of circuses, etc. You know, the buffoons playing or people of circus playing. But real buffoons are these fellows who are watching who never see anything, never do anything. Sorry. The ones who are doing are at least doing something. Like how many thousands watch cricket? They are all fools who are watching. The playing players are at least physical exercise हो रहा है वहाँ. दिमाग को थोड़ा वो तेजी हो रही. So too we watch movie. We are fools to watch. They are more greater than us, who acted, etc. So they, when they went to some distance, look back. Wow, we am not stagnant. I am not lazy. I have started. And little distance I covered. Matlab, with the guidance taken, with the inspiration gained, with strong initiative, when we start, oh ho, so the distances can be covered. So it is not an impossible task. It is needed task to be reached and it is not an impossible thing. These breakthroughs are very essential in our life. Again and again. कभी पूरा जर्नी का इम्पॉसिबिलिटी लगता है, कभी एक पैच का जर्नी का, है ना? When you go to Gangotri, Gomu, Puja, how can I drive or go to such a terrible road? I can't. Somehow inspired, we start going. But some patches of the distance become so as if difficult. So they are the again challenging things in between. उसको भी कवर करते. Look back and feel self confident. Look ahead, feel inspired. And then, most important is ensure that the moving is going on, walking is going on. So, the movements, walkings are being regular in our class, being studying at home, trying to master every shloka, every bhashya, every theme which we are studying, the Upanishads, or trying to master like in the evening yesterday. Sri Rama Bhagavan, in those two shlokas only, Viviktaha, Asinaha, Uparatendriyaha, Vinirjitatma, then Shuddhantarashayaha, then Bhavayedekam Atmanam. What a clarity it was regarding step by step conquering of the distances to reach to the spiritual heights of spiritual peaks. How clarity it was. And en route in the spiritual sadhana, the familiar world, how we have to, with logic, with all variety of spiritual explanations, take or understand and accept the whole world to be nothing but the self. Thus, the mental variety of emotions, aberrations should not stop us from our deeper sadhanas. कितना बढ़िया था वो दो श्लोक जो है फंटेस्टिक अध्यात्म रामायण और इन our Lakshmi Stuti of Indra, we have seen how the mother alone is everything, and when she is happy with us and blesses us, what things we get, and when she is angry, how we will be troubled. So, therefore, don't make mother angry, make her pleased only. So, with these clarities, very systematically looking ahead, keep on moving. So, this is how look past and be happy that we covered some distance, look ahead, be inspired, and keep moving. Compare with other people, so much lost in the Kama Krodha Raga Dvesha and in the Artha Kama, taking the only world as so real. We were also at one stage like that. Compared to them, we are little liberal in those things, less attached in them, less involved in them, less making issues out of them, are able to sacrifice easily. We are better placed than them in smiling, in accepting things, in not being competitive, isn't it? So, too, the understanding about the substratum about the world being superimposed, we are well placed. But then still, we have not reached to those heights like of Puja Gurudev and all, where always in the experience of this conscious self. And in that conscious self, infinite bliss, like waves in the water at the surface level, the whole universe of names and forms is just appearing, disappearing, coming, floating for some time, going. Just see in the waters the wave. From nowhere it came, just to play it for some time, and then gone, oblivion. All the bubbles, waves, isn't it? But the water always remaining. So, by all the intellectual understandings, practices of Vyatireka Anvaya Sadhana, reaching to the experience of the conscious blissful self, and from its point of looking at the whole world, nothing but appearing and disappearing for no purpose of any loss or gain, only one purpose of entertainment, keeping intact our being the self. That is a height. A little higher than that is the being the instrument in the hands of infinite, which Gurudev and Mahatmas do, wherein the other beings, individualities are helped to rise above in their own consciousness level. They are the higher achievements, fulfillments. Have we gone to that reached? Nahi. So therefore, that should inspire us. The life is taken into the roots of Rajotamo guna of Arthakama and Nidradi only when we don't have an inspired goal ahead. When we have not crossed some distance with effort to be happy by looking back. है ना, पीछे मुड़कर देखने से कुछ हमने पाया, ऐसा कुछ अनुभव नहीं है, आगे कोई लक्ष्य पाने का नहीं है. What is left then for those people? These are the negative bylanes or channels of Artha Kama they involve. They get tempted, they tempt. And you and I also are never spared from them, mind you. We are in this world, dynamic world, which is operational because of these lower forces. Therefore, they time and again attack us. We can't take anything for granted. But we have become more strong in our knowledges, in our faiths, in our goals, in our confidence gained through the practice, that we are able to withstand to those continuous onslaughts. Like a heavy, wonderful swimmer, he can negotiate with bigger waves also, tides also. So other one, they can't even think of entering into that river or ocean. उसको देखकर कर भी लिया और डूब जाएगा वो. But a good swimmer, a very practiced, so a driver, अभी सीख रहा है, nothing. What is 30 years experience? He will negotiate through any tough roads or traffics. So for us also, these things will keep on coming. But then we are little better placed because of our goal, because of our earlier practices, experiences, and even sometimes the problem may overpower us. But lucky we are that we're not totally overpowered by it for a long time. Come out. For us, another thing is that we have classes every day. So, any moment, anywhere we have little bit got weakened or troubled, come back to the class, again we are washed, we are cleansed, we are again put back on the track. That blessing are there for everyone, but we are habituated to use, therefore we are that way lucky. So all said and done, how much every day I am inspired, how much every day I am clear as to what to achieve and further what to do, and how much I am common sensed and intelligent to conserve all my resources, energies, only to focus on this and do bit by bit, little by little. And with the awareness that whether I do something or not, the time will pass. Whether I do something or not, the opportunity will come and go. Whether we do something or not, our age bar, energy bar, all of them will keep on happening. वो रुकता नहीं, वो विचित्र है वो. That for the gunda or the terrorist also, for an artist also, for any social servant, for a devotee, for a spiritual seeker, for everyone, the time, the resources, the opportunities come and go. Even for a terrorist, he'll have to be terrorist at right time. Afterwards, when he goes to the age of 90, he cannot do anything. Example, नहीं बनना, है ना? Interesting. A business person. No, at right time, if he doesn't respond, You cannot claim that I have done. So to minding that point also, minute by minute, time is oozing, and it is time is like a huge ocean or flood. When tsunami it brings, it doesn't bother who is there, whom it is consuming. So to time is such a power, it doesn't bother. अरे बड़ा बंदा है, सन्यासी है, स्वामी है, a great politician है, करोड़पति है, great artist है, contributor है, कोई भी नहीं, it just consumes only. And that fellow, for the world's sake, is gone. Good person, bad person, great, not great. अरे बड़े बड़े अवतार ही उस महाकाल में लय हो जाते रहते हैं. What to talk about tiny individuals we are. Minding that also, when we do the best and enjoy doing the best, we have done the best. Our focus always should be on that. So may we thus thoroughly study our Upanishads, get the theme into our heads, and try to do the due sadhana which is possible, and make it more possible with more and more intelligent understanding. So let us continue our studies of our Aitareya Upanishad, Yoga Darshanam, Mandukya Gita. Bhagavatam is over. Now we are doing stotras, Sri Lakshmi Stuti, where through those simple looking stotras, in the presence of the divine, in the power of the divine, in the karuna of the divine, we are becoming stronger in our understanding from that side. From this side, therefore, our faith, our upasanas, our prayers, our abiding by the rules and regulations, when we become stronger from this side, something happens. That miracle happens, which you can't explain, but you can enjoy. Like ours, coming to classes regularly, grasping Upanishads cannot be explained, but it's a miracle, but we are enjoying it. कैसा हुआ we don't know. कैसे आए हैं, बैठे हैं, सुन रहे हैं दिन ब दिन. It's just going on. It's not so consciously that everything we are doing. प्रभु के कृपा में हम ऐसे ही अच्छी तरह बह रहे हैं. We might have prayed a lot, so many other reasons they are there. In the same way, beautiful are those stotras. Then Adhyatma Ramayanam, the Omkara Upasana, we will see today. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री ऐतरेय उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. ऐतरेय महर्षये नमः. वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः. भाष्यकाराय आद्यशंकर सद्गुरवे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. Our everyday common three sankalpas are: first one, through the study sadhana, experiencing the truth, get liberated. 2. The Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Samskruti, Adhyatmikata should spread all over the universe, and the universe should grow spiritually, because that's the only solution at the from the lower level problems for the lower. Third Sankalpa is whoever, including us, are working hard in this endeavor must be blessed with divinity, with health, longevity, strength, power, removal of obstacles, ultimately success in that endeavors. ओम सर्वेषां देवतानां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मवैदिकसंस्कृते पुनरुत्थानधारण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्वशान्ति कल्याण एकता पुरोवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये निष्ठित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां भक्तसाधकसेवक आचार्य गुरूणां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादि सत्संपदा शक्ति साधना सानुकूल्यता बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम ऋग्वेद अंतर्गत ऐतरेय आरण्य का अंतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषद पारायणम आद्य शंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम मनस्तावतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटा शरदिन्दुनिभाभाते तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम्। ओम अथ श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषद प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासेः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ तृतीयः खण्डः स एतमेव सीमानं विधार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यत सैषा विद्रुतिर्नामद्वाः तदेतन्नान्दनं तस्य त्रय आवसताः त्रयः स्वप्नाः अयमावसथोऽयमावसथोऽयमावसथ इति स जातः भूतानि अभिव्यैख्यतु किमिह अन्यं वावदिशतीति स एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म ततमम पश्यतु इदम् आदर्शम् इति तस्मात् इदन्द्रो नाम इदन्द्रो ह वै नाम तमिदन्द्रं सन्तम् इन्द्र इति आचक्षते परोक्षेण परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। तो परमात्मा क्रिएटेड कार्यकरण संघात व्यष्टि समष्टि in व्यष्टि any number you may think, so all that should be secondary. Primarily he created. Second point, he has entered. Third point, the dvara through which he has entered, the glory of the dvara tadetat nandanam. Each of them have to be consciously kept in our mind. Having entered inside, which are the headquarters he made for himself, what are the experiences he is going through. So traya avasathaha trayah swapnaha. Then having entered and going through, it just so happened that he got tadatmya with them, got stuck up. That's what I said. Teshu hi ayam avasateshu paryayena. These places of abode, Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira, paryayena, repeatedly, one after the other, Atma Bhavena Vartamanaha. है ना, लाइक एक राजा को, राजा होने के नाते he is expected or supposed to sit on the throne, and being a raja he'll have to have a different commanding voice and commanding. When he does it for few months, suddenly वो identification होता है. In what a way, when he enters sabha, he will sit in that throne only, not कोई भी कुर्सी में बैठो. Identification हो गया. And he will bring the voice, come and now report what has happened yesterday, what is to be done today, what are the plans. Yes, point one, point two, approved, rejected, changed, added, edited, command. He is one of the ordinary human beings per se. But then the throne, all of that, when he is given that, he started working. Then he also identifies himself to be a Raja. Others also acknowledge, accept him to be Raja. यहाँ तक कि वो चरित्र में रह जाता है एज ए किंग वेर दैट जीवा लॉन्ग बैक लेफ्ट इवन दैट फेल मस्ट हैव रियलाइज्ड आल्सो द जीव बट किताब लिखते हैं वो दूसरों को इंस्पिरेशन के लिए बट दैट बंदा इज नॉट देयर है ना even the who were so-called bad negative people at one period of history, they won't stay at the like that on. Everybody is evolving. He must be great realized. Like in one lifespan also you can see somebody, a criminal or a cheat. Some transformation happens. He himself become great servant of the world. कितना देखा हमने. Okay, but that's okay. The main point here is राजा का एग्जाम्पल ले रहे हैं हम कि he got identified. So too a doctor. He just goes, sits in that chamber, हो गया, then धीरे धीरे settled. Wherever he goes, he is introduced only. So this doctor and this is a specialization. But he is only a human being. But वो आदत हो गया. To the people also to address him like that, and he also finds some pride in that. Yes. सिर्फ नाम बताया उनका. Hey, Mr. He is not happy. He'll have to be told as doctor. In the same way, for the sake of play, as if, let us say, Bhagavan entered through the Simanam, or he has given the reasons why he has entered. But what happened is identified with them. This is from now what we are going through as a Jiva suffering, that standpoint, this is how we have to explain. Every same profession, a doctor, why is miserable? Because the patients have not come that day, if at all. So the individual has not suffered. The doctor, the identified fellow with medicine, every profession like that, identified. तो here कहते हैं कि तेषु ही अयम आवसतेषु पर्यायेण आवत आत्मभावेन वर्तमानः. And how the Atmabhava Vyavahara has happened, just here we have to catch a point. कि स्वाभाविक्यया अविद्यया, स्वाभाविक्या अविद्यया. Swabhavikya avidya means what? When you have to do something, into that you have to enter with identity. When that is done, other identities, other real identity, they are expected to be kept away. Like when the husband is talking to the wife, he'll have to keep away both the fatherness in him as well as the human being, man. Keep away, and you'll have to express as the husband there. In that way, you'll have to talk, whatever. अब ये कर करके ये आदत होता है. दिस कॉल्ड स्वाभाक्य विक्या अविद्या. When you stay in your own self, you are yourself. You have displaced yourself from that for any reason. Wherever we are placed, we are expected to identify with that and do the needful. When that's being done, the earlier thing, the original thing is forgotten. This is called Swabhaviki Avidya. So this Swabhaviki Avidya is very crucial thought. Bhagavan, by entering and working through these dehas, going through three avasthas, Swabhavika Avidya, he has chosen to forget himself as if, like that grandfather, while playing with the child. Any of the game he plays, or he become horse or a donkey. बेटा बोलो पोता मैं गधा बनूं कि घोड़ा बनूं. वो बोलते बन चुके हो. और he says today you look better like a ghoda. I am bored of seeing you gadha every day, so let me be on you. So then the Dadaji forgets he's a Dada of the whole society. Is it not? How many examples we see? These are Swabhaviki Avidya. He himself has taken up that thing to play act with that grandchild like that. Is it not? Now he finds some delight in it, entertaining the child and all. But after 5 years, when the son has grandchild grown to 10, 20, became as hefty as a buffalo, now he wants Dadaji to become Mera Gadha Goda. By this time, Dada also grown by 5 years age, no? We can't carry that load. No, there will be dukkha now with that identity. And then he'll realize, Arey bhai, unnecessary I became donkey and in front of him. In the same way, ही स्वाभाविक अविद्यता विद्या से स्वाभाविक अविद्या का हमें अर्थ ये ग्रहण करना कि डोंट क्वेश्चन अबाउट इट, ट्राई टू कम आउट ऑफ इट. We ourselves have chosen the technique, the two things of forgetting ourselves called as ignorance, then identifying with the not self. It indicates that it was our swabhava or choice to give up the self identity and get into the jiva identity. Therefore, the reverse also is in our hands of giving up the jiva identity and getting back into atma identity. ये पॉइंट पकड़ने के लिए ये सब एक्सप्लेनेशन. सो स्वाभाविक्या अविद्यया पर्यायेण आत्मभावेन what is he doing? दीर्घकालं गाढ़ प्रसुप्तः. For a long period of time is deeply slept to his own original nature. अब उसका इतना मजा आ रहा है ना, न प्रबुध्यते. In our everyday's life also we see when we are in the waking plane acting dynamically, achieving, doing this and that. अब by some reason when we feel sleepy and we sleep, इन बिटवीन कोई नींद से हमको उठा रहे हैं, यहाँ हो गए 6-7 घंटे भी, हमको ना गाढ़ प्रसुप्त, चाहे कोई भी बंदा हो, उनको उठने का मन नहीं होता. ओके नहीं, दैट सुख इन दैट निद्रा, दैट तमोगुणी कितना ओवर पावरिंग होता है ना. हिज ओन अदर संकल्पास वेरी स्ट्रांग आर द ओनली वंस व्हेन ही गेट्स इन ही हैज दैट ही विल वेक अप. Otherwise sleep. One of the good thing we are doing to ourselves by having our morning, after evening classes is this one, that we are not allowing ourselves to enter into that slumberous deep garden nidra. नहीं, ये क्लास तो 9 बजे तक नहीं उठेंगे, उठेंगे तो भी ऐसे गप्पे दूसरे काम करते जाएंगे. This is a good thing we are doing. This is protecting us at least to remain wake up little early. Even now we just sleep all that, somehow finally we get up. अब ये भी लक्ष्य नहीं लगाया तो that is why human being, why he falls down, he never takes up a lakshya. Therefore all the things which make him fall down, he goes into those violence channels. अगर बच्चों को, पोतों को परवरिश करनी है, फर्स्ट शो हिम द हायर गोल, टेल हिम टू अचीव एंड मेक इट a habit. He is safe. If you don't show the goal, then bhoga, enjoyment, becomes his goal, which is destructive, by the way. So Gada Prasupta, and how much deeply he is left to hint to it, Shankara Bhagavan has taken. What a beautiful effort and pain and kindness to hint at us. In which explanation, all of us are examples only. Explanation for what? Gada Prasupta. How? कि न प्रबुध्यते अनेक शत सहस्र अनर्थ सन्निपातज दुख मुद्गर अभिघात अनुभव ही अपि. Countless experiences of the blows of the maze of the dukkha born out of so much of anartha, out of our own nonsense doings. अनेक अनर्थ से होने वाले दुख नामक गधा प्रहार को बार बार पाते हुए भी ये प्रबुद्ध नहीं होता. तो while saying this, he must be remembering शंकर भगवान कुंभकर्ण, उनको उठाने के लिए यू हैव सीन इन वाल्मीकि रामायण, दूसरे में टाइम नहीं बताने को उसमें. How many hundreds, thousands tried to hit him with all mazes, blows, trumpets in his ears were blown, and हाथी से कुचलवाया उसको, क्या क्या किया. And what worked, you know? Then they made all खाने के ना पकवान बहुत सारे, and all this madira and all that smell was brought in front of near his nose, smelling that. Then inside the pranamaya kosha became active. He got up, they say. इतना मुश्किल था उसको जगाने. In our life also, by identifying with these upadhis, anna prana mana or stula sukshma karana sharira, going through the jagara sapna sushupti, in and through all of them, even though we are facing so many troubles, problems, dukkha, etc., we are trying to negotiate there itself, but we are not waking up that there is some zone or horizon rising where all these problems will never be there. To that thought, we are not waking up. इधर इधर ही हम ढूंढ रहे हैं solution को, and every problem when we find a solution here, while giving that solution to that problem, it's becoming cause for another problem. That's how we are all struggling in finding solution, again taking again that solution appearing as problem, again solution. This is called samsara. निरंतर समस्याओं का समाधान से ही समस्याओं का उत्पत्ति जहाँ होता है उसको संसार कहते हैं, है ना. एवरी प्रॉब्लम इज एंडिंग इन आवर लाइफ विदाउट, बट नॉट विदाउट becoming a seed for next level of problem. है ना. The aloneness, loneliness problem ended when you married. But this problem has gone, but another comes that you have to understand, you have to accept, you have to sacrifice, you have to forego so many things. Terrible thing it is. How very, very, very terrible. And then you have to create love and all. Itna आपको. In between, then again some problems come. Familiarity has gone. Then they say, chalo, let us have a not a mutual goal to beat each other. Let us have a common goal. What is that? Have a child. The moment the child is born, their fighting gets reduced. Then they have to attend to that fellow problem. सोता ही नहीं, सोने नहीं देता हूँ रात भर. Then it goes. And any example, and don't have own house. You made it, but then the taxes, the maintenance, the payment of the loans, yes, of naya headache, the tenants and all. Where is the problem solved in this world without generating the next set of problems? Dekha jaye. No, this is very important to understand, but nobody wants to think. Why worry about nobody? Let us worry about ourselves. So, what is the thing then? It is not to solve one by one problems of the world, knowing that these are all continuous, perennial, because of identity with the three upadhis and therefore going through three avasthas. There is a permanent solution when we, by detaching from these three upadhis, identifying with our own self, thus going beyond the three avastha level, which is eternally endowed with problems, reaching to that problemless zone of infinite blissful experience. Not waking up. इसके लिए वेकअप नहीं कर रहे हैं. अनेक शतसहस्र अनर्थ सन्निपातज दुख मुद्गर अभिघातानुभव अभी न प्रमुद्यते. हो गया. नाउ देयर इज वन वे ऑफ प्रमोद. The one who is already awakened, the Guru Kripa and all. This next mantra Tera talks about it. Very, very essential topic. Let us start. Om. I am chanting mantra 13 two times. Sajataha bhutani abhivyaikyata kimiha anyam vavadishat iti. स एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म ततमम पश्यत इदम् अदर्शम् इति. स जातः भूतानि अभिव्यैख्यत किमिह अन्यं वावदिशद इति सः एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म ततमम पश्यतो इदम् अदर्शम् इति. Again, sajataha bhutani abhivyaikyat kimiha anyam kvavadishaditi saha etameva purusham brahma tatamama pashyato idam adarsham iti. Okay, continuation of the earlier thing. Sajataha. Such he is now born as a jiva because दोनों का आदत हो गया. One, identifying the upadhis and going through जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति चाहे सुखार दुख हो, इसका आदत हो गया. सेकंड वन, नॉट वेकिंग अप टू दी परमात्मा, ये भी आदत हो गया उसको. So such one when is expressing like that, that expression is called here as jataha, thus born, thus created, that emerged out, that manifested. Who is now the jataha? Jiva only. Immediately after this, we have to go through, we have to just add the sentences. He went for many lives through so much of dukkha and all. Then he started how to find permanent solution. ये सब इन दोनों सेंटेंस, इस सेंटेंस नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस के बीच में हमको ऐड करना. देन क्या हुआ उसके बाद? भूतानि अभिव्यख्यत. देन ही हैज abhivyakhyat means he has seen all the beings, taken them into his own account of perception, observation, and then he started thinking, contemplating on it. What is the relation between what he is identifying with and what actually he is? Lot of contemplation he has done. As a result, kya hua? He came to an understanding. What is understanding? Kim iha anyam va avadishat iti. Is a beautiful thing. Ki all that which was troubling me. No, listen, these sentences which I are telling now are very abstract with lot of fill up the blanks in between. But mantra as it is, we are trying to understand. Then when we understand the same through the bhashya patiently, everything becomes clear. But mantra का हम respect करते हुए first सजातः, the one this who has expressed, then bhutani abhivyaikyat means what? He got identified with his upadhi, we can say. Through that he got identified the world with ahanta mamata, we can say. Then bhutani abhivyaikyat means many lives he has gone through in identifying with the upadhis only and going through three avasthas sukha dukkha adi samsara. ये सारा उसमें. Then the next sentence is Kim iha anyam vavadishat iti. In this sentence, the most important thing. Ki, once something happened, what is that something? Shankara Bhagavan will say, Guru Kripa hua, then he started thinking about himself, thinking about the entire world in which he is entangled. And that thinking, when it followed a systematic process, pay attention. Systematic process, it led to final two thoughts. Only two thoughts finally. In that, first thought is a question, second thought is an answer. He has reached to that final level through this inquiry. What is the question? Kim iva, what is it? Kim iha anyam vavadishat. Kim iha anyam means, is there anything other than me, the world in which I am getting lost through identity? This is the question. Which is not the first question. This is the last question after going through so many questions, answers, inquiries, getting the reply from the Guru analysis. कर करके final question, क्या ये दुनिया मेरे से अलग है? Is it other than me? Question. Answer is no, it is not other than. Which is the final stage in Vedanta actually. Because only when we discover the Ekameva Advayam, that from the Dvaita Dvandva, जो fear, राग, द्वेष, काम, क्रोध, संसार हो रहा है, all that can end. This will come in our Yoga Darshanam also today. Then what happened? Next step may saha etameva purusham. So then he recognized that Purusha, who is one alone, he alone was playing the play here as the seer, the jiva, the seen, the world. Experiencer, the jiva, the experiencer, the world. So that Purusha he discovered. स एतमेव पुरुषम. This Purusha पास कौन? वही था जिन्होंने संकल्प करके सारे दुनिया बनाई, ब्रह्मा. Therefore, tatamama pashyat means Brahman alone who is all pervading, both the experiencer and experienced. In the ignorance of which Brahman, we were giving the reality to experiencer and experiencer. In that experiencer, we became and were getting troubled by the experiences. All of that is one Brahman only he discovered. And how the discovery was? Idam adarsham idi. Oh, this is what I've experienced. There's no doubt to me that everything is Brahman. So the earlier shloka told us about his entry. Bhashakara added, having entered, he identified, then he went on suffering, yet was not waking up. Now, in this mantra, something happened miraculous. Then he started inquiring instead of indulging, living at the intellectual level. All his inquiry led to the final two thoughts. One is question, second is answer. What is the relation between the whole world and me? The answer is that is none other than me. There is nothing other than me. He came to. And that nothing other than me is itself is Brahma. That Brahman is the one which is all pervading. And that I have experienced. Idam adarsham is sakshat aparokshat brahmanubhuti. Brahma tatam apashya tatamam apashyat means he has discovered that Brahman, the word is used in the Upanishad for the reality permeating everywhere. And who is he? The real Purusha. Before that, what is the stage? Kim iva anyam vavadishat iti. Who is this world really other than me? That was the inquiry. And before that, never inquired, identify the upadhis, suffering Jagra Sapna Sushupti for millions of lives. Before that, Sajataha. That now we have full-fledged Upadhi Tadatma Jiva is born. Before that, the Bhagavan Srimana Vidarya enter करके त्रयावसताः त्रय स्वप्नाः. यहाँ से देखो तो he created कार्य कारण संघात कर्ण संघात through the Srimana we entered, then त्रयावस्थाः त्रय स्वप्नाः. Now he is Jata. Like a person in the green room, fully made up on the stage when he comes, Jataha. You can see the cricket pavilion में बैठा है, उसका turn नया है batting का और he is relaxing. Suddenly when his turn comes, you can see him putting the helmet, gloves and bat. तो जाता है, full-fledged player on the ground. Like before coming to the class, how casually, happily coffee पीते हुए बैठे हैं आप गार्डन में, बच्चों से बात कर रहे हैं जो दूसरे भूमंडल में है, enjoy. The moment the class time 7:30 comes, your book in your hand, your pen in your hand, your notebook in your hand. See how many things I imagine. And then you just come, sit in your asana with the photo of Guru Parampara and the God in front. So you are sajataha, full-fledged listener of sadhaka, jignasu. How beautiful. Same way, with that first earlier shloka's explanation, the conclusion is sahajata. He was the jiva now. Then, without telling the in-between stages, the Shruti Mata continued. That he started inquiring. And before inquiring, you have to go through all that dukkha that Bhagavan Shankara filled in the earlier shlokas, last portion Bhashya mein. Ki by being identified with Swabhavika Vidya, he was going on through the Sukha Dukkha Ityadi, but never waking up. अनेक शत सहस्र अनर्थ अर्थ जात दुख मुद्गराभिघात ही अभी न प्रबुध्यते. Then one thing has woken him up. And what is waking up? Starting to observe or inquire about the world, about me, about our mutual relation. If all this inquiry leads to the three things, then the inquiry is perfect. One is, there is nothing called as world other than me. Second, this world and me are nothing but the Upanishadic Brahma. Third, of that Brahman, I have the Pratyaksha Anubhuti, Aparoksha Anubhuti. That is the meaning of Etameva Purusham Brahma Tatamava Pashyatu. Then Idam Adarsham Iti. Idam Adarsham is I have experienced it. Now I have no doubt. So from that bandhana to the moksha he has reached. This is how this Teraha mantra talks to us. Hmm. Then let us go through it, the Bhashya slowly, because lot of things are there to be understood in this and next mantra. Very mystical are the ways of being saying in these mantras in this portion of Upanishad. हमने तो भाष्य को लेकर थोड़ा सा देखा, बाकी हम देखेंगे. स्टार्ट. सहजातः, he is born. श्रुति माता ने कह दिया जाता is born. Now Bhagavan Shankara takes on himself to explain what's the meaning of it. See what we have said. Sajata means sharire pravishtaha jivena atmana. So sajata kim rupena jivena atmana jata katham sharirena pravishtaha. Sharire pravishtaha. So having entered the sharira as a jiva atma, he is born. So birth complete ho gaya. In that you can say, identify the three upadhis, going through three avasthas, lot of sukha expectation is going on doing, he was getting dukkha also. Then he created the raga, dvesh, he made vasanas. अब ये सारा उपनिषद नीचे लेवल पे नहीं आएगी, ये तो हम अपने लिए एक्सप्लेन करते जाते हैं. Even when we understand all these and are at the level of contemplating on the truth, we also are not, don't bother much about all that. तो श्रुति माता का लेवल हायर है, हमको ऐड करना है इसका अर्थ. श्रुति माता कहते हैं सजाता, बस भगवान शंकर थोड़ा ऐड करते हैं, जीवेन आत्मना हाउ by अनुप्रविष्ट और एंटरिंग शरीर. Shankara only, not in the Bhashya, but in his own independent text, he writes what the meaning of Jivena Atmana, which he told in the earlier Bhashya also. Tad Atme Mahapannaha Pariyayena na prabudhyate. So, कि सह जातः, that Paramatma who is now born newly. This is mantra, first word of the mantra. भाष्यकार कहते हैं प्रविष्टः, how he is जातः means what? शरीरे प्रविष्टः, सीमानं विधार्य, जो अंदर की जा गए हैं. Then it is already त्रयावसताः त्रय स्वप्ना. Oh, for whom these are all? Not for Parabrahma, but again for Parabrahma only, when he became Jiva by identifying with these three. So this is the clarity we have. Brahman, after entering through the Simanam and identifying the three abodes, going through three avasthas, he is called as full-fledged Jivena Atmana born. So Jataha means Sharire Pravishtaha. Then Jataha is what? Having entered the Sharira, Jivena Atmana. Okay. Now second line, Bhutani Abhivyaikyatu. Here is second word of the main mantra. Bhashyakara explaining कि भूतानि अभिव्यख्यत means व्याकरोतु. So भूतानि अभिव्यख्यत means व्याकरोतु. So the literal meaning is he has expanded the beings. So the actual understanding of meaning is he expanded himself so much to identify with all the beings. Bhutani abhivyaikyata bhutani vyakarotu. In that way, you can add, as we discussed already, ki with the upadhis he got anyway tadatmya. Then the outer things which are required to maintain this upadhi, with that he developed the affinity through ahanta mamata. Then the beings in the world with various relations, because they give sukha or dukkha. So Bhutani means all other things and beings. Abhivyakarotu means what? He has expanded in identifying with them, seeing the utility in them for his gains or security or sukha or comfort, etc. All of that Bhutani Abhivyaikyata, the Bhashya mantras sentence, Vyakarotu, the Bhashyakara sentence, from that we have to grasp. So pravishtaha jivena atmana bhutani abhivyakhyat vyakarot. Vyakarot means he went on expanding his horizon of connection, relativity with the whole world. Like somebody is come as a employee in some place, sajata. But then bhutani vyakarot or abhivyakhyat dekhte dekhte, some out of necessary, some for entertainment, some out of compulsion, some by his own choice, some natural, some prarabdha. In these many way, with all the bhutani, that fellow gets vyakarot abhivyakhyat, he gets related. So the boss, bhutani vyakarot, subordinate, usse, other colleagues, then the related other departments. So देखो भूतान व्याख्यात जब नहीं था वो ये इनसे उनको संबंध ही नहीं है. But when he came here, which called here as a jataha, born, how one by one bhutas are entering into his life. Then the class for employees चाय वाय लाने के लिए या चाय का दुकान, you can go to the central government offices, very मजा आता है दिल्ली में. When that दोपहर में ना जेल से छूटते हैं ना 1:30 बजे खाने के लिए, everyone goes to different खाने के जगह, रेडी वेडी, विचित्र है भले, it's a fantastic thing. Some people go to the other buildings departments for buying the food and all, because वो अच्छा अपने पसंद का वहाँ मिलता है, इधर नहीं भेजते. But they don't object, they don't see that ID card say you don't belong to our department, I will not give you खाना. So भूतानि अभिव्यक्यते. So the boss हो गया, the subordinate हो गया, colleagues हो गए, his work related other departments people are there. So too with other class 4 employees etc. Then भूतानि अभिव्यक्यते. आप देखो कभी लिफ्ट में आ रहा है जा रहा है, अब सेम टाइम आ रहे जा रहे, बाकी 4 बंदे हैं, तो मुस्कुराहट से शुरू होता है, देन स्लोली फ्रेंडशिप डेवलप्स. चलो शाम को मिलते हैं सैटरडे इवनिंग या फ्राइडे इवनिंग, सैटरडे संडे छुट्टी है. भूतान अभिवेक्य. Then he'll have to stay house. Then he searches somehow less cost में वहाँ घर मिलता है, सबलेटिंग गवर्नमेंट क्वार्टर्स. है ना, 3 बेडरूम है, तो 2 ही लोग रहते, तो 1 रूम विद बाथरूम इनको दे दे. क्या-क्या नाटक है, यू कैन सी इन दिल्ली, मज़ा आता है. वेरी, वेरी लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. So somewhere, with owner, with neighbors, he'll have to have relation, then the grocery shop, sabji wala, then milk man, then कपड़े दुकान. कितना उनका भूतान अभिव्यक्ति एक्सपेंड हो रहा है. Then the transport etc. Then once he settles in 6 months time, then he calls wife and children also. अब आगे सेटल हो गए, आ जाओ तुम लोग. अब उनको ले आए तो उनकी चीज़ें ज़रूरत है, उनको घुमाना है, shops and all of that. So he is totally developing his contact, attention, relation with the things beings around. That is called as Vyakarotu or Bhutani Abhivyakhyat. So many, you can say he'll put plants, he'll get a kutta at home. अब क्या बताए, will appoint a driver for his car. He gets relations, friends. अब नए नए परिचय बढ़ते जाते हैं. Then he will see what are the temples that are there around. If he is a devotee, he will become familiar going there. और क्या है eateries he will go, or what are the clubs or the organizations I can become member, है ना, which are the books shop that are there, entertainment places that are. अब भूतानि अभिव्यक्यत, ये पूरा ये शंकर भगवान या श्रुति माता एक सेंटेंस में कह दी, तो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. And the essence of it is what? He is fully engrossed as a samsari. Nothing looking beyond. That's how, lakhs and lakhs of those central government employee. So when always Sham 5 tak struggle in the office work, they go evening, then one day wife, children or in-laws will come, outlaws will come. उनको घुमाने ले जाओ, इंडिया गेट लेके जाओ, देखे जाओ, उधर लेके जाओ, इधर लेके जाओ, जंतर मंतर में छोड़ के आ जाओ. Interesting. His life is that only. Then within the office, the promotions, the pensions, or the GPFs, the funds, or the owners का चक्कर. अब क्या नहीं चलता, फिर सर्दियाँ आते ही फिर गर्म कपड़े कहाँ से लेवे. ओ ओ ओ, they will never get retired even after retirement, because samsara never ends, no. By the time children grow, their study, unke shadi, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. All of that is not said, but intended. We have to understand. अब now this is the completeness of bondage. अब तो कहा है मेन मंत्र में ये तमेव पुरुषम ब्रह्म ततमम और किमिह अन्यम भावदिशत, उसको एक्सप्लेन करना है ना. तो भगवान आदिशंकर इज ब्यूटिफुली गिविंग द कनेक्शन between this banda from full-fledged samsari, how he became realized in between. मंत्र में तो बंधन मोक्ष दोनों बताया, पर बंधन से मोक्ष का बीच में रास्ता डिस्टेंस तय करना होता है ना साधना. तो he mentions here. That's a very good topic. We'll just touch it. See tomorrow. कि saha, that one Brahman who entered, who created, who entered, who identified, who expanded in his identity with the things and beings, has become full-fledged jiva to suffer. Saha. To him, what happens? Kadachit. Kadachit means sometime because of some reason, which is inexplicable. Because एक एक के जीवन में एक एक अलग अलग तरह के होते हैं. Kadachit. Not same. Like each one of us entering into spirituality, reason is not same. Time is not same. Situation is not same. I don't know. It's different one. Kadachit. Somehow. Specifically you can't say. That's why somehow. What happened somehow? Sa kadachit parama karunikena acharyena. By an acharya who is parama karunika, extremely compassionate. And how the meeting with that acharya and वो सब शंकर भगवान खुद भी नहीं बता रहे. You do all the processes, search करो, pray to the Lord and all that. Lord himself will send or come as a Paramakarunика acharya. Why specifically he is saying Paramakarunика? Because ऐसे शिष्य जो इतने बहिर्मुख होते हैं, इतने अनडिसिप्लिन्ड डिसोबीडिएंट होते हैं, more than everything they doubt the guru and his intentions only. No, to such a lowest level of disciples, जिनको पाठ पढ़ाने से एक पैसे का भी फायदा नहीं, एक तिनके का भी, उनको झेलना, जो व्हाट यू कॉल इन हिंदी, कैन बी पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन दैट गुरु आचार्य इज परम कारुणिक. है ना? सो द फ्लो इज स कदाचित परम कारुणिकेन आचार्येण आत्मज्ञान प्रबोध कृत शब्दिकायाम वेदांत महावाक्य भेर्याम तत्कर्ण मूले ताड्यमानायाम एतमेव सृष्ट्यादि कर्तृत्वेन प्रकृतं पुरुषं पुरिशेनम आत्मानं ब्रह्म बृहत् ततमं तकारेण एकेन लुप्तेन तततमं व्याप्ततमं परिपूर्णम् आकाशवत् प्रत्यबुध्यत अपश्यत्. कथम इदं ब्रह्म मम आत्मानः स्वरूपम् अदर्शं दृष्टवान् अस्मि अहो इति विचारणार्थ प्लुतिः पूर्वम्. That is what. So the Acharya taught, he has awakened. That's the direct simple meaning. But we will study one by word line. Realization एक ही लाइन में यहाँ बताया. Now, therefore, that Brahman is called as Indra, Idandra, all of that. लास्ट श्लोक में थोड़ी सी बात. उसके बाद ना इसका जो रियलाइजेशन का बोल तो दिया भाई प्रोसेस. सेकंड थर्ड अध्यायस डिस्कस दिस टॉपिक. बिफोर टेकिंग अप दोस पोर्शंस, शंकर भगवान टेक्स ऑल पेन्स बिकॉज परम कारुणिक को बोला उन्होंने अपने आप को, हर आचार्यों को. तो इज एन आचार्य, इज परम कारुणिक करुणालयम. तो ही टेक्स 7-8 पेजेस टू summarize or explain what is to be caught from what is studied so far in this Upanishad. So let us see all of that. Tomorrow ये मंत्र और दूसरा वाला भी कोशिश करेंगे हम खत्म करेगा. Then as a संबंध भाष्य to द्वितीय अध्याय, he gives so much. देखो पढ़ेंगे हम. पहले वाला भी हमने छोड़ा, उसको कभी ना कभी पढ़ेंगे जरूर. The प्रथम संबंध भाष्य, I remember, I have not done it. We will do it. Mood will come for that also. So let's continue tomorrow. Om 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। तत्सत्। ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु।